Hey, what's up, awesome people? The pandemic has really changed the world we live in. In the past 2 years, I noticed the usage of the word agile has increased. Industries or departments within corporations who never talked about agile before the pandemic have started talking about agile in the daily conversations more frequently. Even the governments have started to use the word agile more than before the pandemic. But what does agile really mean? Do people really know what it means? So I have interviewed 12 people from the same company about what is agile according to them. Without further ado, let's hear what they say. When you don't have a long-term vision and want an excuse to keep on changing your mind, you just call it agile. And I think that's really cool. We don't have to think through what we want. That's agile.
So thank you for inviting me to this interview. I think Agile at the individual level is about collecting as many Agile certificates as possible so people's title on LinkedIn can be longer than their name. Now, at the corporate level, Agile is when you change traditional terms like departments into tribes, divisions into chapters. We call the subject matter experts as guilds now, and teams, we call them squads now. You know what? When I think about it, these terms like tribes, chapters, guilds, and squads, they're more understandable for the current generations.
Bruh.
And I think that's important because we want to brag on social media that we're agile.
Bruh.
And if we claim that we're agile, we can get the best talent from the job market.
So agile is when you can make a change in your organization by just changing the labels without changing your organization structures. Your program and your project managers, they're still there to control the product owners and the product managers. Your most experienced software engineers can now be called as the release-trained engineers. Really funky, right? And once you've done that, you can brag on social media that your company is agile, even though nothing has fundamentally changed in your company. So a skilled agile consultant told me that agile means I can get twice the work in half the time. It sounds nice on the paper, but the last time I asked for a feature from my head of product, he told me that I'm not going to get what I want in half the time because the user experience needs to do the user research and experiments first. So I think agile is this utopian state that never really happens in real life.
I think agile is about short-term thinking development. That's what it is. And it's kind of messy. From what I know, it's made by a bunch of software engineers who just want to wing it without caring about the product vision and long-term business strategies.
Actually, I'm new to this company. I just got a job as a product owner in this company, so I don't know much about Agile. But from what I have observed so far, Agile is about messing up with English semantics because in Agile, the product owner, which is me, reports to the product manager. So this is quite contradictory to what I've learned in primary school. I always thought that the product owner is above the product manager. You know, just like the restaurant owner is above the restaurant managers. But it turns out it doesn't work that way in Agile.
Oh no!
So I guess Agile is about messing up with English semantics and gets people confused. Now I really regret applying for this job.
Stop whinging around, product owner. That's just the reality in Agile. Just because you're the product owner, it doesn't mean you are my superordinate. Because you only take care of backlogs while we take care of the strategies. Strategies is much bigger than backlogs. You know? Just deal with it.
Honestly, I don't understand what's the hype about agile.
Bruh.
I've been doing what you people call agile for 30 years since I started in project management. I think agile is just common sense. So let's say you've got a project for 1 year. You make that shorter into 2 weeks and do it iteratively until the end of the project timeline.
Bruh.
That shorter waterfall is called sprint.
Bruh.
But the scope for every sprint is still fixed.
Bruh.
And Agile also has a daily stand-up. It's when us, the project managers, ask for the status update daily to the developers.
Bruh.
So I think this is what Agile is. It's a tighter model to control and micromanage the team. It's very good for project managers who want more control in their project to ensure the project is still done on time, on scope, and on budget.
Bruh.
So Agile is when you have lots of meetings and there is this daily meeting where we talk for hours and give reports to the project manager.
Bruh.
And I think Agile is Jira. Yes, Jira. When you don't religiously follow what Jira tells you, then you're not Agile.
Agile is a mini waterfall, but it's a nightmare for testers because we only have time to test 2 days before the end of the sprint. 2 days. Can you imagine that?
And that's what people here call us agile. Sometimes we testers have to do overtime to ensure everything is tested before the end of the sprint. Because the following day, we have to showcase our work to the management. So I think agile is a nightmare for testers.
Actually, I don't know what's the difference between agile and not agile, but from what I can see, agile is just about adding the term sprints into everything. So at the user experience, we have design sprints, and once we're done with our designs, we'll pass it on to the development sprint, where the engineer will just develop based on our user research and design. Because, we know better about the user than the engineers, so that's why we work one sprint ahead. Well, I guess, from what I can see, agile is just about adding the term sprints into everything. And when you add sprints into everything, you can say that you're agile.
Wait, what? You have your own design sprint? How come we don't have our own testing sprint? We have to work with the engineers in the same sprint. It's so unfair.
Well, of course. User experience is much more important than delivery. And testing is just part of the delivery. We know better about the user than you engineers. Even you testers.
So agile is when the user experience and the product managers can say the first crappiest release as the minimum viable product. And it's also when the project managers run an iterative mini waterfall. Don't worry about technical debts or skipping that unit test or if your test coverage is low, because in agile, speed is more important than quality, right?
Oh no!
That's what I think agile is.
So, does anybody know how you pronounce it? Is it agile or agile? Or agile? Agile. Can anybody tell me? Hello? I'm new here in the company.
When you talk about agile, it's not really tangible. Because agile is defined in the Agile Manifesto is only about values and principles. People use their own bias or preconceived ideas when interpreting these values and principles. And sometimes, they only interpret a small portion of agile based on their limited perspective. That's when agile can be a pitfall. Hey, thanks for watching this video, folks. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoy making it. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and colleagues. And also, don't forget to click that like button down below, as that will help this video spread faster on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, as I have a goal to reach 10,000 subscribers this year. We're not there yet, we're close to getting there. Don't forget to watch other videos on this channel too by clicking the thumbnails here and also down there. Thanks folks, enjoy the rest of your day.